Hi, I'm Brent Ehrler, and I'm one of the Lucky Craft Pro staff members, and I want to talk to you a little bit about the new fishing rods that Lucky Craft is doing. I've been very fortunate to actually have a full set of these rods right now. I've been using them for several years now. I've actually helped out in designing the rods and getting different models out there, and we've got them now down to, I believe, 8 models that we're going to get out there, and each one is bait specific. Each rod is designed for a certain bait, certain action. So we have pointer rods, we have Sammy rods, we have flipping rods, we have pitching rods, we have drop shot rods, and we have shaky head rods. So there's a full line to cater to your needs, and you can pick up the rod and go, okay, this is the rod I need for throwing my little flat mini, or this is the rod I need for throwing my LVR D7, or this is my rod for the Sammy. So they're amazing rods, and they're finally out in stores, so you can go and pick them up in the next few days. This rod here is the Fat Mini Magic, and what it is it's a cranking rod. It's a glass rod. It's designed for purely throwing crankbaits. It's a medium action rod, so it's got a very soft tip. It's designed for casting a small crankbait like this, the Fat Mini DR, MR, SR, the Skeet Mini MR, the Skeet Mini DR. It's designed for a smaller bait that's real light. You can cast it a long ways. It's also real good for, it's real soft for when a bass short strikes you with these little tiny hooks. It really helps out. You don't pull, power the fish away or power the hook out of its mouth. You want a real soft tip to keep that little bitty hook in there. And that's what this one's designed for. Okay. The next rod I want to tell you about is the pointer rod. This is specific for throwing a pointer. It's 6'10", 6 feet 10 inches long. It has a little bit shorter butt. So when you're cast it out and when you're twitching a bait with a jerk bait, you're going to be twitching it real fast, real hard. It has a little bit shorter butt so it doesn't completely get in the way. It's a medium action rod, so it's real soft. And this is the same thing with the crankbait rods. It has a real soft tip, so when you hook a fish with a reaction bait like this, you don't want to overpower them. You don't want to yank that bait out of their mouth by having too stiff of a rod. It's got a real soft tip for casting and for fighting the fish. This is our Sammy rod. This rod is going to be a medium heavy action rod. It's going to be a little bit stiffer than the crankbait rods. This one is the same thing. It's a lightweight rod. It's designed specifically for throwing a Sammy. It's got a soft tip, a little bit of backbone. You can make a real long cast with it, but it's not too stiff to where, same thing that I've been talking about before, where you don't pull the baits away from the fish. It allows you to fight the fish. It allows them to hook themselves without you jerking away from them. Again, this is 6'10", 6 feet 10 inches long. Has a shorter handle on it. It's designed for walking the dog for a topwater. For a Sammy, works real well with the gunfish. Again, it's a bait specific rod. This is great for working your topwaters. Your Sammy 65s, your Sammy 100s, 115s, your gunfish, gunfish 115s. It's a great all around topwater rod. Okay, as well as making medium heavy action rods, bait casting rods for kind of power fishing, but with a bait caster, we also make spinning rods. There's several models out. This is the Dropshot rod. It's a bait specific. It's for a Dropshot rod. It's a medium heavy action rod. It's 7 feet long. This rod is perfect for throwing a drop shot. It's very lightweight. I like a 7-foot rod too. I like the castability of it. I also like the hook sets. You can play the fish a lot better by having 7 feet. A lot of other rods on the market are a little bit smaller, and the 7-foot rod is a lot better for everything, casting, for fighting the fish, and for hook sets. So take a look at these rods. The other rod they make in the spinning rod is a shaky head rod, and again, it's going to be a little bit stiffer than this one. This is the medium heavy. The shaky head rod is a heavy action, but it's an extra fast taper, which means it's going to be real soft in the tip, but it has a lot of backbone for getting better hook sets on your shaky head.